Today I'm going to be talking to you about the most unique date ideas that will totally impress your date and all but guarantee a second date as well. Hi, my name is John and I know a thing or two about planning a killer date. Back before my wife Emily and I got married, I prided myself on coming up with the coolest date ideas that would leave her totally impressed. I'm going to tell you 10 unique date ideas that will totally blow your date's mind and leave him or her really impressed by you and dying for another date. But before we get into the video, if you're looking to save time, I highly recommend heading on over to www.defeatingdivorce.com/unique date ideas and checking out the very same ultimate guide I used to plan many of my dates with Emily. This guide has almost an endless amount of suggestions and will take the hassle and stress out of planning the perfect date. Having a guide like this really helped me nail date nights, considering I'm not the most creative or romantic dude. Alright, now that you know more about that resource, let's get into the suggestions. Number 1. Catch the sunrise on a beach and have a breakfast picnic. Why not get up early and head to the beach or anywhere scenic and catch a gorgeous sunset and engage in some conversation over fruit and bagels. Bring tons of blankets to cuddle up and stay warm. Also, consider adding to the ambience of the date by hitting up a local coffee shop before getting to the beach. If you and your date aren't early birds, consider doing this for a sunset instead. Just swap coffee for champagne or wine and bagels for crackers, meat, and cheese. Number 2. Hit up a local farmer's market together. Farmer markets are great because they're the perfect place to do a little shopping and exploring. You can sample exotic foods, purchase unique trinkets, and even plan a meal to cook together as you pick up fresh ingredients. Number 3. Take a cooking class together. Instead of doing the same old song and dance by hitting up a restaurant for dinner, consider taking your date to a cooking class. Cooking classes are great because they let you test your culinary skills without the risk of failing, since the chef is on hand offering help along the way. Cooking classes are great as well, since you'll get to enjoy all your hard work at the end. Number 4. Take a mini road trip. This is a great option if you're surrounded by a lot of great destinations. Hop in the car and see how many landmarks, attractions, and famous spots you can both hit up in 3 to 5 hours. The rush of trying to cross off as many places from your list as possible will make the date exciting. Plus, things will be way less likely to get awkward if you're constantly changing pace. Bonus points if you document each place you stop at with a picture of the two of you. Number 5. Do the most tourist thing you can think of. This may sound lame, but trust me when I say it opens the door for a lot of laughs together. Regardless of how many times you or your date has experienced this place or attraction, doing it with a new person is always a fun time. My wife and I enjoy doing really overrated and silly things together, as well as visiting famous landmarks together in San Diego. It was a whole other experience when you do these things on a first date and gives you a new perspective. Number 6. Go stargazing in a pickup truck. If you're looking to bring the romance, take your date stargazing in a pickup truck. But instead of sitting inside the cab, fill the bed with sleeping bags, pillows, and blankets. Getting to know someone under the stars is both really exciting and romantic. Bonus points if you bring hot cocoa or some type of warm beverage. Number 7. Take a hike together. Are you and your date fitness buffs or the outdoorsy type? Consider opting outside and taking a hike somewhere gorgeous. Not only will both of you be right at home in your element, but you'll get to know each other while getting in a solid workout. After the hike, consider wrapping up the date with smoothies or a protein shake on your way back into town. Number 8. Explore a new city together. If you're looking to bring some adventure into your date but also want to play things by ear, consider taking your date to a nearby city and simply explore. Whether you're cruising around downtown, popping in and out of local boutiques, or simply looking for the best places to grab a bite, a la Yelp reviews, it's bound to be a mini adventure you can both enjoy. Number 9. Visit an aquarium. Aquariums make the perfect location for dates because they're dark, intimate, and essentially impossible to get bored at. You and your date can spend a few hours learning about the ocean, observing wildlife, and exploring the dark exhibits together. If you don't have an aquarium near you, consider opting for a planetarium instead for almost the same effect. Number 10. Take a winery or brewery tour. Has your date given you the vibe they can really appreciate a nice pale ale or Pinot Grigio? If so, take them to a brewery or winery for some booze and tours. You'll spend a few hours learning about how the wine or beer is made, not to mention tasting it and getting in some great conversation. Who doesn't love a little booze to lighten the mood? So there you have it, 10 unique date ideas that will surely impress any date. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, that would really help our channel. Also, if you would like many more unique date ideas, head on over to www.defeatingdivorce.com/unique date ideas and check out our guide filled with an endless amount of date ideas. This guide will ensure you're never stressed out about planning the perfect date ever again. Again, my name is John and I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.